There is no hidden information, no secret moves, absolutely zero elements of chance. It's a game of wits and skill, each unique piece on the board representing different abilities working towards the ultimate goal. How you achieve victory depends on the tactics that you employ with your army on the board. But the person sitting across from you is looking to defend his territory and capture your king. With us this afternoon, and we're happy to have him back, is Ralph Lopez. He is the chess tournament organizer with the Wicomico County Department of Recreation and Parks. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me.
So you're going to beat me here at a real quick game while we're talking. How did you first get involved with the county?
Well, I moved down here about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And I moved down in January, and around February, someone said, you know, there's a chess tournament the county puts on. I go, really? Ever since then, I've, weather and organization and dates permitting, I've gone to it.
Yeah.
And a couple of years and after I retired from the post office, when they said, we need someone who could help out. And I looked to the left, looked to the right, and I said, oh, I guess that's me.
I guess that's you. And
I've been involved with it ever since. It's almost as much fun as actually playing, and there's sometimes twice as many pieces.
Right. Well, let me ask you this: Why is chess such a timeless game?
Well, I think you pretty much put your finger on most of it. There's no luck involved.
Right.
You don't have to think, but you're going to lose very, very often if you don't.
Right.
So you have to come up with a plan. You have to actually see what you're doing. And the other thing, which sometimes gets lost in the game, is you have to see what your opponent is doing.
Right.
Because if you don't pay attention, it's like do, and then boom,
bang.
How did he do that?
That happened. So, do you think it's a good idea to teach kids the game of chess?
I think it's a spectacular idea. I think in terms of life skills, there's things that are as good, and book knowledge is always going to be important.
Right.
But there are things that only things like chess can teach you. First one is patience. Like, I had to wait however long it took you till you made your next move.
Right, right.
And just like you had to wait, and so on and so forth. Patience, especially in this era of video games, and I play video games, don't get me wrong. Right. Patience is one of the hardest things for children to grasp these days.
Well, now I heard there was one particular young chess player that really impressed you.
Well, there's been several who've impressed me, but in a recent tournament, I sat down, and the young lady, and I guess she was about 12, sat down, and I had heard that she'd gone to this relatively big tournament a couple weeks before, and I go, oh, that's interesting. And then we started playing, and then right about at this point in the game, I realized, oh no, not only do I no longer have to worry about winning this game, I have to worry about at least making a good showing. I have to make this look good, so that I'm not just collapsing on her.
Right.
And I worked very hard to lose slowly instead of quickly.
Because she had the skills.
Because she had the skills, there was no question. And that's one of the other advantages of teaching kids chess, is that it is a timeless skill. They can be doing it when they're 7 or 8, and they can be doing it when they're 70, 80, and if I get there, 90.
And beyond. Okay, tell us the details about the tournament.
Okay, so the tournament real quick. First off, if you haven't done so already, please pre-register. The county has decided they're going to charge an extra $5 if you walk in the door and say, I want to enter. Okay. So please go to the box office. The box office at Wicomico Civic Center. It's open from 9 to 6.
There's not a limit on how many players.
The limit is how many show up. That's basically, we have done as many as 100. We don't expect that many this time, but but we could do it if we had to.
Okay, we're out of time for you to beat me, but tell me again the specific details, when and where.
Okay, so it's going to be at the dining and midway rooms of Wycomico Civic Center. It's registration, you know, showing up so that we know you're here at 5 o'clock. The games we're aiming to start the games at 5:30. There'll be 4 rounds, and we won't have you home by dinner, but we will have you home as early as possible.
As early as possible. There you go. All right.
And just before, and I forgot last year, so I have to do this year, although have my head. The adult section, real quick, is Saturday, same place, but not same time. It'll be starting at 8 in the morning.
Okay.
And then that one, because they have longer attention spans, will go all day.
All right, Ralph Lopez, thank you for being here. You've been going easy on me. It's your move. What are you going to do now?
Well, you made it tough for me because you didn't just roll over. I would end up doing something like that to make that night go away.
Well, that doesn't look good. Okay, Ralph, thank you. Appreciate it very much. We're going to leave it at that.
We'll just leave it at that, yes.